My name is Paula Rowe, and this is Global Unified Breathing, and welcome to the show today. If you'd like to contact me or send me a message about anything, go to globalunifiedbreathing.com on my website, and also there's some other information there about breath work, and that's what this program is all about, is coming together through the breath, unifying through the breath, through the power of the understanding that there is only one breath, and that breath comes in direct from source energy. We are breathing in from source energy, and it is what animates all of us, but it is only one breath. And when we understand that, we can unify even more, which is what we're being called to do right now, is to open our hearts and to unify and to see that each of us have a very important integral role playing on how this planet evolves, how we evolve with this planet, and our choices that we make every single day. Do we choose, and what do we give to this whole world, and what do we give to our inner world? And so today, the show is about what we've been working on, is unifying through creating and the understanding of having an internal sanctuary within us, a place that is real, in that we can use our imagination or visualize an inner sanctuary. So you can make this sanctuary look any way you want. If this is a new concept to you, then create a room within yourself in the heart space. Because when we breathe into the heart space, that air that's coming in from source, that goes around the chambers, that massages the heart. It's meant to do that so that it opens the heart and it keeps it open. So the more that we take our consciousness and we use it to sit within the heart, where is the real truth of us, the real heart of us, the heart of who we really are. So in this sanctuary, you can put whatever you want there. Some people just have a really comfortable chair. Other people bring medicines and different things that from their childhood maybe, or something that reminds them about the power that they are and that also created all of this. Some of them have pictures and hanging on the walls inside of these sanctuaries. So what it's about is creating an atmosphere that opens you up, that relaxes you, and brings in a sense of calm. When we're in that sense of calm, peace, goodwill for all, and we're actually doing some kind of an activity, we're generating that out from our heart space. So when we're breathing in, and what it does is it comes in and goes around the heart, massages the heart, opens the heart, and goes into the solar plexus, which is considered the sanctuary of the sacred alchemy. That where this happens is that this energy can be transmuted. The alchemy, this is where we alchemize everything, and then we send it out from our heart. So that type of activity is nothing short of magic, which is we are able to turn everything into gold, into that which it was meant to be, that which it originally was at first cause. So think about this: when you're breathing in something with the intention of actually bringing it into the pure source that it was meant to be, that it originally was. And the beauty of that is that with our breath, we can actually do this. So we've been talking about attributes of the Christ consciousness. And I've been going through different weeks talking about a different attribute, breathing that in and letting that as sitting inside the house, making the house ready for this Christ consciousness that we hold within our being, that rises our energy up, that keeps us elevating, that helps us to see the real truth and move away and know the difference between. Everything becomes transparent. Everything becomes that frequency that you know that is the truth. So this week, what we're doing is we're talking about diligence. And the first thing that came to my mind was when the word due diligence, which always is referred to the law, in law, due diligence, do everything. So, but also there's a persistent kind of work that is related to the word diligence, a steadiness, an earnest and energetic, devoted, painstaking work, application to an accomplishing an undertaking. In law, the degree and the care which is required in any given situation where you do diligence, you're very focused, you're like almost in tunnel vision, where this is what I'm doing no matter what, and I'm doing it at the best of my ability, knowing and doing research. And due diligence is when we can hear something, but our diligence is well, let me see, so let me look into that. Let me maybe get a second opinion. So it's really good not to have diligence across the board when we're doing something, especially something that honors all of humanity, and to be of service and to offer goodwill and peace to all beings on this planet, all living, breathing beings on this planet. It's important that the diligence is there so that we're offering what we're offering is we've researched it, we feel good about it, we know we've done our job, and we're really aware that it was a labor of love. Actually, it's not like a job. It's like what goes into creating this program week after week. We're doing due diligence in the Christ consciousness is where we persevere no matter what. Perseverance is part of it. Persistent exertion of the body, mind, and spirit. Diligent to whatever is necessary to stay with Source. Stay in the frequency of the one true God energy. So our breath helps us with that so much, because knowing that we're all breathing one breath, relaxing and resting in the power of that one breath, breathing in today the diligence that it takes, that we're part of, that we make happen. What's happening in the outer world is what's happening in the inner world, and it's back and forth. It's almost, but remember, in the center where there's no judgment, it's divine, it's neutral, it's 0 point, there's no bouncing back and forth. So the diligence is that I am the frequency. I am, therefore I am. That is like a truth that nothing gets in there. It's just the truth. So when you consider this to be something that maybe you want to use in your life, you breathe in the attributes of the Christ consciousness. It makes your energy elevate, and it helps bring you into more peace so that you can offer more peace. What's happening inside is happening outside. So, the opposite of that is when we go into indifference, slothfulness, and lazy. We're opposing everything. We're kind of like scattered, and we're not having any real streamline of this is what I know to be true. In other words, this could be like a push, pull, stop, start, which is what a lot of people are going through right now. Push, pull, stop, start. How about just stop? How about just stop and breathe into the attributes that are the Christ consciousness? Anything that is elevated at that level of this pure crystalline diamond heart Christ consciousness, any of us, tap into that. It is within you. It is where you come from. It is a source of who you are. And when you understand that and get even an inkling of that, it's not a mind thing, it's a heart thing. And when it comes into the heart, it expands and your energy expands. And when that happens, now you're emanating the truth of who you are, which supports everyone within your sphere and around you to be in the truth of who you are. And the beauty of that is that you see that in everything, in the nature, in water, in the air that we breathe, in the earth. And we support the truth. And we allow the evolution of Gaia within us and outside of us. And as we evolve, we lift into this frequency that honors and serves, where we're all globally unified. There's nothing stopping us from being globally unified except the games that the mind and the ego want to play. At any given time, beloveds, you can step out. You can be free if you so choose. It's not rocket science. It's seeing that you're ping-ponging, I guess, back and forth. It's time to let go and stand firm. It takes a lot of courage to do that, though I understand it. But I'm telling you that your breath frees you from the game. So when you gather with me every week and we breathe into these attributes, it honors everyone on this planet. And that is so beautiful. And we're not doing a particular type of breath work right now. What we're doing is just anybody can breathe and listen to the sound of my voice and let go and know that, like every week, I'm telling you, set the timer on your phone for 3 times a day. And when the timer goes off, stop, sit. Bring your consciousness to your breath. And when you do that every day, something starts to happen. Something washes over you, a peace, a sense of tranquility and calm, especially if you're having any kind of anxiety. And let that angelic energy just enclose around you so that you can then center yourself right in your heart space. And the beauty of that is with the breath, with taking deep breaths, resting in the truth, no searching, no frantic, no anxiety anymore, resting, letting go of the mind, letting go of the rules, and be, and just be. So the innocence of the Christed consciousness is that we are all responsible to play a part in distributing this energy, goodwill, and peace, unleashing a dynamic breath, out into the world. Do you really know your breath and all the possibility and probabilities that it brings to you? Our breath is a component of creation. We all need to breathe in order to even inhabit the human body. It is the first thing we do when we come into this world, and it is the last thing that we do when we leave this world. Why do you think that is? So, let's move into the house of diligence. So close your eyes. Take a really deep breath. We request today, in our hearts, we pray to create a house for the Christed consciousness to purify our mind, our body, for the spirit of the Christ consciousness. We request to dismantle all the houses of ego and to evict the imposter spirits. They are gone. We now ask within this house that we've been creating to bring in this talent of diligence, that we know how to do this when we're presented with the most high task, knowing that it's coming from Creator, knowing that it's coming from Source. When we're presented with an opportunity, we're awake and alert enough that we can bring diligence to that we can do what's necessary and then offer it all to humanity. This is how we participate in our own evolution. Breathing in diligence. So take a deep breath and relax into diligence, knowing you are free to begin wherever you say you need to begin. We now feel the robe. This beautiful robe is being placed on us, around us. It engulfs us. It's a platinum flowing liquid light robe. And on this robe, the energy of diligence. It's the most beautiful feeling. Let your imagination imagine this robe being placed on you, around you. Take a deep breath, allowing the consciousness of diligence to come into you, to embrace you, to become a part of your own character, knowing that you're in this thing, you're part of it, because you stand for the one true source, God energy, which is the infinite worth of love that you are, and that nothing that you have ever done, will do, have done, can ever change that. It is your essence. It is the beauty and the grace of who you are. Nothing can ever change that. Know that and be diligent about that. Take a deep breath. Just breathe normally, inhaling, exhaling, encased in the robe placed around you. How beautiful. Remember, based on our actions, if our actions are loving, supportive, freeing, truthful, that is exactly what we will see in the world, what we will see around us. So we stay in the neutral 0 point, standing in the attribute, encased and robed in the light of diligence. Keep breathing, breathing in, breathing out, letting go of the mind, letting go of the ego, letting go of anything that's getting in your way. Rest in this moment. Be present to your breath. Be present to your breath. Bring your awareness to your breath, dear ones. Feel the power of your breath changing you. As you're inhaling, it moves in and around the chambers of the heart, blasting open your heart space, bringing it into the cauldron of the solar plexus. All energy is transmuted, transformed into pure liquid light of God. Lean into God. And if you're leaning, lean harder. Lean to the right of God. Lean harder. Lean into this essence that is you. Yeah. Allow more light to come in, to embody more light, and know that you are infinite and that you are infinite worth. You could never change that. It is the truth. If you stand in your truth with your spine straight with courageous energy, and let the world see that every day. 3 times a day, bring your consciousness to your breath this week, breathing in diligence, inviting in to the chamber, to the sanctuary internally, the Christed consciousness, pure diamond liquid light. What matters is the breath. Breathing in the power, direct. There's nothing that can stop that. We all breathe one breath. The power of that alone is worth knowing. And know this to be true. You are of God. You are the light. You are divine will. Now it is time to let that shine forth right out of you. We breathe in and we breathe out. And with every single breath, we stand firm in knowing We have done our diligence. We are here, God. We are ready. And with the love that emanates from your heart for all of humanity to be part of this, we take full responsibility for our heart. Where's your heart at? Breathing, sacred breath from the heart of God. You are the breath of God. Never doubt that. You are the breath of God, the divine breath of God. Know this. Feel this. Feel this coming from me to you, dear one. Keep breathing, nice and easy. Keep breathing. You are infinite worth. Nothing you have ever done or will do can change that truth. Look into your own eyes and say that to yourself. Nothing can take that away from you. And take full responsibility for the energy and the light that only you can create. It is your spark, your unique spark, your unique note, frequency in this orchestra, this pulse that comes direct from God into my breath and out to you. Keep breathing, just relaxing, letting everything go. Rest in the breath. The breath knows the beauty, grace, joy, peace. Release all resistance to the truth. I release all resistance to my eternal truth that I am infinite worth. I come from infinite worth. Therefore, I am. I am. Breathe. Take a really deep breath of all that and know the truth of who you are, the beauty of who you are. It's so beautiful. See the Christed consciousness? Now we've only got one more attribute. And then if you go to globalunifiedbreathing.com, send me a message sign up and send me a message that you want to participate in the event on Zoom where we're bringing all of the 7 attributes together, anchoring them into us and sending them globally around the planet to all of our brothers and sisters, everyone who's open to receiving this dynamic truth and energy so it can sit within them, in their cauldron, in their divine alchemy. We are all God's children. Lean into God and know the truth. Breathe into the truth. Remember to set your timers this week. Thank you for breathing with me, breathing in the truth of who we are. I love you all. Namaste.